everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are doing a deck flip through and truly first impressions. I haven't even opened this yet. This is a Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle by Stacy DeMarco, illustrated by Kinga Britschke, and this is by Rockpool. It says here it costs $24.95 US dollars or $18.99 in UK. So I just received this today, but this is from a past Nine of Earth box. I believe it was the April box. And I just got it today, not because of the company or anything like that, but I thought I was a little late to do the full unboxing on my other channel. And I really wanted to put out a video here today, and I didn't know if I had time or energy to do a full tarot reading. So yeah, we're going to do a deck flip through today, give our first impressions, and then I will shuffle and draw a card for the collective. So this came in the Mythical and Magical box. And again, I believe this was the April box. And it says, what if, by stepping into the realm of the monsters and the things that go bump in the night, what seems twisted and dangerous is actually a torch leading us out of the darkness into divine wholeness. Super excited to see this. This is what it kind of has like texture to it. I think this is really cute. I really connected with one of her decks just this past week or over the weekend, the Elemental Oracle. So I'm really excited to check this one out. Yeah, can you see that texture? Kind of looks like a snake skin. So cool. Okay, it looks like we read this part. From the iconic Medusa to mermaids, Valkyries and vampires, Selkies and Sibyls, find your truth in the deep, the dark, and the dangerous. This deck includes stunning images of the world's deep creatures, dark goddesses and gods, and dangerous heroes and shadows. Stacy DeMarco is one of Australia's most trusted and highest profile metaphysicists and pagan practitioners. This includes 44 cards and a guidebook. Sorry if you can hear my cat Emmy eating in the background. I feel like she always does that when I start filming. Oh look, yeah, there's a snake on the inside. The guidebook looks like it matches cover. Oh, yep, we got both. There's a little advertisement here. Yeah, we have a full color guidebook, 122 pages. So we will look at this when we draw the card and see what the description says. And, ooh, it's gilded. Let me show you. This is the back. We have red gilding. No dust. Nice. So let's just jump right into it. Let's get started. So the cards are labeled. So wait, it says deep. Are there some that say, oh, interesting. Okay, so right on top it has a number and then also a word. And it's 1, deep, and it is shadow with the keyword depth. Let's zoom in. Cool, I'm super excited to get into this now. Okay, depth, shadow. And again, it says deep under the 2, and Selkie, freedom. Mystery, or Kraken, I should say first. Kraken, and then keyword mystery. This is super cool. Hang on, it's deep. I think the first, oh, this Emmy's in the box. It looks like the first 22 cards or so, or 20 cards are deep. We'll see, but we'll have to see what the significance of that is. And then we have card number 4, deep, dragon, treasure. Emmy, what are you doing? Don't do that right now, please. Come here. Kelpie, warning. I love how you see like the kelp and this horse figure and this woman here. The colors are beautiful. It really does have a depth to it, right? And then we have card number 6, also deep, hell, acceptance. So we have some goddesses in here too. Oh yeah, and here's a god. The next card is Hades, the underworld. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing anything, but card number 8 is Scylla or Skia, resilience. Please feel free to Correct me in the comments if you know for sure. Card position number 9 is Cerberus, Guardians. And then card position 10, Ganakadiet. Okay, I know I'm probably saying that wrong. Ganakadiet, Blessings. Ooh, I can't wait to learn more about this. Card 11 is Hydra, Regeneration. Apuk, Fear. Sybil, Foresight. Mermaid, Beauty. Mithras, Loyalty. Persephone, The Journey. Oh, that's so cool. The doorway around. And then the last one for the deep category is Minotaur, Compassion. Oh, deep, dark, and dangerous. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Now we're moving into the dark category. Chiron, Reciprocity. Nyx, Darkness. Hypnos, Rest. Hecate, Illumination. That's cool. Mormole, gosh, I hate when I don't know how to say things, so this is very first impressions. I couldn't do research. Mormolekea, Service. I love decks where I know I'm going to learn a lot because I don't know everything about these gods and goddesses and creatures. I do know who Circe is. Alchemy. I like that card a lot. What is it, animal again? Ooh, and we have Kali, Love. I love this one. Okay. Anubis, Respect. The Morgan, Sovereignty. Lemure, Loneliness. And now we're moving into Dangerous. Vampire, Hunger. Oh, I'm excited. I'm like trying to think already what deck I'll use this with, like to pair. I think this will add an interesting twist. Maybe like, do you think you'd use this for shadow work? I don't know, but anyways. Werewolf, Change. Myrmidon, Discipline. Aranize, Vengeance. Chimera, Synergy. Banshee, Grief. Megard, Serpent. It says in parentheses, Jorgamunder, or I don't know, Cycles. Sorry. Harpy, Chaos. Kate Sith, Focus. Ooh, I mentioned cat. Kate, it's like my name. Fetch, Mirror. Ooh. Kusit, Focus. Shayla Nagig. Sphinx, Gratification. AOC, Disconnection. Valkyrie, Choice. Medusa, Injustice. And Puka, Mischief. Let's look in the deck just in the beginning, or not the deck, the guidebook, sorry. And then we'll shuffle and get a card for the collective. Well, they have a quote here. Everyone is a moon and has a dark side he never shows to anybody. Mark Twain. So this came out in 2022. So this is a pretty new deck. Cool. There is profound beauty in the darkness, the unseen, the mysterious. In a world where we think we know everything, where the current paradigm of the world tells us that everything is brightly exposed with nothing unknown, choosing to still commune with possibility and the admission that there is indeed some mystery remaining in its darkness is vital for our balance and harmony as humans. Our ancient ancestors knew this. Their mythos and stories are not just above love and light. They are about darkness, fear, monsters, creatures of the unknown, and journeys into and out of the underworld. These are stories with a truth that has echoed down through millennia, warning us about poor behavior, revenge, hubris, disrespect of the gods or the land itself, and simultaneously calling us to embrace our better natures and encouraging our resilience, courage, faith, restoration, loyalty, and kindness. For some time now, especially in some aspects of the wellness and spiritual communities, there's a strange overcompensation where everything has to be all light, totally positive, and irrevocably shiny. There's a pressure to be wide, grinningly happy all the time. And even when we are sick or injured or traumatized, it is implied that somehow we invited this by not being positive enough. This toxic positivity, this reaching for an impossible perfection, and this quiet victim blaming, where exactly has this gotten us? I would suggest that it leads us into more pain and confusion, guilt and suffering. One of the pioneers of analytical psychology, the famous psychoanalyst Carl Jung, once said, "Everyone carries a shadow, and the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it is." What Jung is suggesting here is that we are not immediately conscious of the bits of ourselves we may not like or wish to show, yet they still show up and are active in our lives. Hiding them doesn't mean they go away. In fact, they can grow ever stronger being ignored. So what can we do? The best thing is to make them more conscious, to seek them out, and maybe even to make friends with them. And it goes on. I won't read all of this, but I'm really curious about it. That's what I was thinking. This is great for shadow work. I am all about this. So how each card is structured, the name of the subject of the card, the message of the card and summary, duality. Oh, and then in this, they also give you a description, a plant companion, and a crystal companion in here. Cool. And they have some spreads, which is always nice. And then it gets right into the cards. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making darkness conscious. Carl Jung. This is what they look like. So let's shuffle this and get a card for the collective. Spirit, what message do you have for the collective? 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 Thank you for clearing up your messages. What message do you have for the collective? Hydra, regeneration. Okay, let's look. What number is this? 11. I love how the snake prints there. Deal with the issue now. Do not allow it to become more complex or worse. Reject gossip. Look for the source of a problem. Go to the beginning to understand the motive. Duality, regeneration, death. Now, later. The Hydra of Lerna is a legendary creature whose legacy is recognized today. This infamous multi-headed water serpent's name and powers of regeneration are used in popular culture and common sayings. To cut something off at the head, or if you don't cut things off the head quick enough, two will take its place. Both these sayings are from the myth of the Hydra. In the second of his 12 labors, Hercules was charged by King Eurystheus under the goddess Hera's control to kill the Hydra. Killing the Hydra would not be easy. The Hydra possessed breath that was deadly poison. Its odor could knock someone unconscious, and, of course, the 6 heads with lethal power could dismember and eat you. If it wasn't enough, if you cut one of the heads off, at least 2 would grow in its place. Hercules covered his face tightly with cloth and his lion skin to stop the poison and fumes entering his lungs, and shot a flaming arrow into the lair of the monster. He was armed with a long, sharp sickle and his club. The monster appeared and he cut off one head. Immediately, of course, 2 grew in its place. Not exactly a great start. Hercules had his nephew Iolaus with him, and the young man witnessed in horror the regeneration of the Hydra's head. He had an idea, though, as how the Hydra's regrowth might be stopped. An idea possibly planted by Athena, who loves heroes. Iolaus took a flaming torch and told Hercules that if he cut off the head, he would quickly cauterize the stump with the flames. Perhaps this would work for them. So with great force, Hercules cut off a head, and Iolaus used the torch, flames rising from the Hydra's body. It seemed to be working, and then Hera, realizing that possibly the 2 heroes would be triumphant, sent a giant crab to attack them. Hercules swung his club and smashed its shell and stepped heavily upon it, neutralizing it. Soon there was only 1 head left, and with the golden sword gifted to him by Athena, Hercules swung hard and removed the last Hydra head. He placed the head still alive between 2 rocks on the sacred way between Lerna and Elias. There he collected some of the Hydra's poisonous blood to use as a weapon in the future. While the king recognized that Hercules did indeed conquer the Hydra, he imposed another 2 labors upon him. The original labors were 10. Because he had assistance from his nephew, and the idea of using the torch to cauterize was not his own. Hera was sad that her creature had been killed and raised it up into the sky as the constellation Hydra to shine in immortality. The plant companion to this card is lantana, and the crystal companion is kyanite. Interesting, so you learn a lot of history here. And I don't know anything about this herb, lantana, but yeah, so you get all this like mythology here. And then let's again read what the message is overall. Deal with the issue now. Do not allow it to become more complex or worse. Reject gossip. Look for the source of a problem. Go to the beginning to understand the motive. I think that's a great message. Hopefully it helps you out in whatever situations, whatever life is handing you at this moment. But I think this is super interesting. I feel like I'm going to learn a lot through this deck. I'm not exactly sure how I'll use it. I'll probably use it more for like adding on at the end of a reading, or like one card pulls for like YouTube Shorts and TikTok, which I'll probably do that shortly after this video. But I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Do you guys have this deck? Do you want this deck? I will link it in the description, of course. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for being here, for making it this far. I love you so much. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, leave a comment, and have an amazing day. You deserve it. I love you. Bye.